All right, so here we go. Blair Witch. A lot of people
The
take
new one or the old one?
the old one, because the old one is the Blair Witch
don't-
Project.
But we're talking about the new
We're talking about the new one, which
So
is
we are
just Blair
talking about
Witch.
the new one.
Yeah.
You said old.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about the new one.
The new
So
one.
many people
Thanks.
hate on the old one. I get it.
I hate all.
What's it about? I've
Everybody-
never seen it.
Basically, it was like the kickstart of the found footage movement. It was one of the first ones there. It's about how this group of documentary filmmakers, kids, students, whoever, they go into this really haunted forest to see if they could find the Blair Witch, if it was true or not. Basically, what is in that story is they heard about this old woman centuries ago who kidnapped all these children, forced them to do like really bizarre, horrendous things. Then she forced other people in the village to do the exact same things, do the same things to the children. And there are remnants of that in the forest, so they go out to find it. And so like, as they're filming, all these really crazy things start happening, like they start going around in circles, they can't find their way out, they lose the map. There's a lot of apologizing and crying and not
Is this the
sleeping.
old one?
This is the old one.
What about the new one?
So the new one is a sequel.
We're talking about the new one, right?
Oh, we're talking about the new one now. The new one is a sequel. That one's about how
Their
they
kids
try to
come
find
back and do it?
the
Are you
kids-
serious?
No.
It's of siblings actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
it's just
sister.
not
His
much of a
sister was lost in the Blair Witch.
Yeah,
In
so
the first movie, so he wants to go back and see if he can find her.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, what's her name from Stranger Things?
11.
11?
No,
Oh, Barb. Oh, Barb.
like they just forget about her and we should probably go look for her.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Sorry, please.
No,
give
no
us a
problem.
synopsis.
It's basically following the exact same plot. They're looking for, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
The sister.
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 Evidence. Evidence is the word I'm
Okay.
looking for. Evidence of the Blair Witch. They're looking for the sister as well. They take a bunch of cameras out and they're filming everything, and it just gets. It's a lot twistier and also just a lot funnier to me. Now, I saw it with one person in this group here, Jill. Tell me what you thought about it, because we
Alright.
never got to that part after we saw it.
Backstory. I thought the first one was terrible.
Yeah,
I thought it
everyone
was
does.
so boring, and I just couldn't get into it. But I wanted to see the second one because I heard so many good things about it. So I go in, and it's basically a little bit more of an intense version than the first one, but the ending just kills it. It's like, it's basically them, and they're like, oh my God, do you hear that? What is that, dude? And then they wake up the next day, and then they go back to bed, and they're like, oh, what is that? Like, what is that noise? It's the same thing. Some of it people laughed at. I didn't think it was too funny, but I guess it's because I didn't like the first one that I thought this one just wasn't that great. It was better just because it was a little bit more intense. I thought the actors weren't too bad, but the ending just killed it for me. I thought it was a really stupid ending.
All right, respect for that. I
But-
thought it was an incredible ending, honestly. I loved it. No, the movie completely ditches its plot probably about the last half hour of the movie. So it's following something, and they're just like, oh, hey, look, we found what we were looking for. And then it just goes off the rails. And the movie knows what people are expecting, because as I said, everybody hates on the first one. So like the director of this movie was just like, you know what, I'm gonna remake it.
This one was too close to the first one, though.
I
Like,
thought it was a lot funnier. It took itself a lot less seriously, I thought.
was it supposed to be
funnier.
funnier, though? Because it's,
Every jump scare in that movie was not meant to scare
Are we
you. It
but
was
it's
meant
just
to make
another
you
jump
laugh.
scare. That's all of it is.
No, but it was a comedy.
So
though,
it's
and
meant to
Are we
be
talking
funny?
about
meant to be
like
funny.
Evil
Everything-
Dead
It's
and
meant
Evil
to
Dead
be
2?
funny, but
We're talking about the
I
difference
guess.
between Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2,
Okay.
basically, yeah.
All right.
Well, did you see the first? Did either of you see
No.
the first Blair Witch? Because
Yeah,
I did.
I
I've
did.
seen part of the first Blair Witch.
I didn't know.
To me, it was just another one of those stupid horror movies
I
that's
really
like,
dislike-
oh my God, supernatural. The world's gonna end
Exactly.
if you like find us
Yeah,
or whatever.
hate on it what you want, but that movie democratized filmmaking
Sure.
for everybody.
No, I'm not hating
Yeah.
on it at
So
all. I
like
just
without
don't
the
like that
existence of
genre.
that movie, like a lot of people wouldn't be able to make with the movies that they wanted to make. It kickstarted basically the internet. It kickstarted digital filmmaking in the 90s. So like I have a lot of respect for that
From a
movie.
film-
I'll give you
filmmaking side,
that.
I'll give
That
it
is
that.
Yeah,
true.
Can
but
I
I
just
also
try-
like the movie as a whole. I
Can
don't
I
know.
hate on Paranormal Activity
Yeah,
then
Paranormal
for
Activity
making
for sure.
found footage a like moneymaker?
Yeah,
I
no.
hate it. I hate found footage. I hate those like really awfully filmed movies.
Like
and
the
they're like, no, it's
stupid-
meant to be
like
awful.
the night vision camera.
Yeah,
where it's
they're
like,
like-
oh, what's that noise?
They think making it awful makes it more realistic and makes it better for the audience.
No.
I
Do you guys
don't
want
see
to?
it.
Do you want to write a screenplay for a guerrilla style like
Yeah,
comedy?
sure. We could put that together in like a day.
We could.
You could, and it'll make
Budget of like $1.
50 billion times more. So we'd
Oh, yeah.
make $50 billion.
Yeah, because it's like we're kind of flipping the script.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Just turn the found footage up on its head.
Lost footage.
found footage.
It's found
Found
because we're
footage.
watching it.
It's found. You can't
How's about
lose it
just
and
a
then
black,
watch
just
it.
a black screen, and it'll be lost footage.
I would pay to see that.
I
pay to
would-
see that too.
I would pay to
That's-
see that.
I would.
Art.
I would do that. I see shots being fired here with Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Let's cut to black.
what's your rating on
I
this
mean,
movie? Out of how many
the
scripts
one,
would you give
the
it?
one thing I'll give it is that it wasn't as boring as the first one. It really wasn't that boring. I just didn't like it. I'd give it like a 2.5.
Yeah, tonight is my 4.5 night. I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Wow.
Not perfect, but I loved it.
Excuse me.
You just yawn at his 4.5 rating
Just
for
a little-
Blair Witch.
little
Because
bored
I'm
with
boring.
it.
I'm boring with it.
Understandable.